So risk assessments and method statements. What the fuck are they and why do we fucking need them? So 2 reasons. 1, you won't be able to do your show without one. 2, if we don't know that you're competent enough to write a risk assessment and a method statement for your act, we will not book you. That is a fact. So do just quickly look it over, dude, because it is boring as shit anyway. But it is something that is fundamental to you as a performer. These are examples. These have been approved by O2 Academies, as well as a structure to be followed for stilt walking on that side, pyro on that side as well. So these are things that you must write for yourself. So a risk assessment is, as it says, it's assessing the risks. Okay, I'm a fire performer. I need to have X amount of space around me, above me. I need to have this kind of fire safety to my side. I need to have a fire marshal, blah, blah, blah. All these things need to be written out and easily digestible for every venue that you're coming through to. So do not make it too specific for any one venue. The method statement, this is boring shit, I know, guys, but it's important. So your method statement is the one that you need to be very specific about. That one is the one that you need to write out. Okay, I am going to take this much walk into this much space, and I'm going to take up this much space with X performance, okay? This, again, I can't tell you how important this is. If you're doing a tour, any act, any time that you're getting actually booked, they should ask you for this, and if they don't, they will when you get there, then you might not be able to perform. So just be aware of that. You'll need this in your kit. PLI, anyone know what that is? Yay! Certain venues will only let you perform if you've got a certain amount of PLI. So for myself, I've got 10 million covered because there's venues that will not allow me to perform unless I have that amount. So if you're looking at like Deltic or Vodka Revolutions and stuff like this, these are 10 mil like minimum. You can probably get insured through your agent, so just ask with your agent when you get booked if it's not a direct booking. Move on. Working with the venue. Does your venue have rigging? So these are questions to ask when you're getting booked or if you're booking a tour. So does your venue have rigging? Will you be required to pay for that rigging? You can get caught out for this. This is a motherfucker. So sometimes they've got their own in-house riggers, which will come at a cost. So just get yourself ahead of the mark and make sure that you're asking, do you have your own in-house riggers or not? And if so, how much? Can we negotiate a fee? Don't ever take your first fee as what you're meant to be paying, okay? Do negotiate wherever you can. Assessing their space. Do you have your risk assessment to check over? So your risk assessment is there to show the venue that you know what you're doing, and you also know that you can do it in the space that they have. So oftentimes I come across so many venues that are like, oh, we don't let fire happen in here, when it is actually safe to do fire. So all it takes is a discussion. Don't take no as an answer as well. I'm going to teach you guys that now, and it took me 8 years to find it out. Don't take no as an answer. If a venue says, no, we can't do this, speak to somebody above them, find out that, find out the techie guys, speak to the GM, somebody that actually knows what they're talking about, because your first answer might not be the last answer, okay? Okay, things that you need to ask if you have got a lot of apparatus: parking availability, load in bays, load out times, load in times, and your stage spec info as well. So all of these are questions that you need to be asking the venue as well. Cool. Lighting and SFX. So this is more if you're going to be going on and producing your own show. But also it's very good to know if you're doing a solo act as well. Understanding what you want and knowing what to ask for is key to getting the results that you want. Because when you're on stage, if you imagine it's one flat white light and you're doing something dynamic and no mood light changes, nothing like that, no sparks come up, no CO2 cannons go off, it's a flat show from the back of the stage, from the back of the audience, sorry. So if you want what you have got in your arsenal, which is SFX, lighting, blah, 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 you must know what to ask, how to ask for it. So do your research, do your homework. I can recommend speaking to the guys at JustFX for a pyrotechnics course. If anybody is interested in doing that, that means that you understand all of the ins and outs of everything pyrotechnics and all JustFX. And he is a brilliant teacher. He is fucking JustFX, JustFX. Yeah. Cool. And also, so just to be aware, no matter what you request for and how many times the person has said yes, things might not happen. So just be prepared for that. If you rely on the effects, you're going to fall short. Okay, so make sure that you're not reliant on any one section of your show to make your show great, because anything can go wrong. Communication, communication, communication. So reconfirming everything in terms of health and safety to do with your shows. So when you're producing an act, when you're producing a show and you've got very many different people that you need to discuss things with, so the client, the performers, the decor, the props, all these things, the number one thing, and genuinely this is easily forgotten, do not assume anything will be done. Just don't. If you're thinking for a minute, oh yeah, so-and-so's got a handle on that decor, no worries. Check. Now, always, always, always double check everything, especially if it comes down to your act and your show, making a great show or not making a great show.